everyone. So my name is UltraKilby196 and in this video we're gonna be doing something cool. Roblox matchups. Let me give you a brief rundown. So a few days ago I made a video a few months ago I made a community post on my channel asking you guys for your Roblox matchups. Since nobody really suggested any matchups, I have to do them myself. So the way this is gonna work is that I will help play it. So basically, I will give you guys a brief rundown of the two people who are fighting, and then I'll give them a brief stats of. I'll go over their stats, and then we'll make up a possible fight between them to determine which one of them wins. For this video, my matchup is going to be Nosferatu from Forsaken versus Slasher from Combat Initiation. I think Slasher will make a good Nosferatu skin, but hey, I don't play Forsaken. So let's give us a brief. Now, please note, I will be using the untitled tag game version of Slasher as well. Alright? I hope you guys find that okay. Starting off, let's compare their M1s. For the M1 part, I think I'm gonna have to use the untitled tag game variant for Slasher. Just give us a moment. Let me just find it. I'm also gonna use the pre-release version for Nosferatu. 24 damage upon hit. Well, 24 damage upon hit is pretty nice. But just look at Slasher. Give me a moment, 55 health for like an M1. In case you don't know, in UTG, tagging someone works like an M1. I know that because I've played UTG many times. So the survivor will lose 55 health upon, meaning that's enough to two-shot of per average survivor. If that said average survivor has mainly 1 HP. Mainly 100 HP, sorry. Blood hook. Alright. So blood hook. So now now that was the UTG M1. Let's look at the actual combat initiation M1. This thing, 35 damage. So combining that 55 damage with that, give me a moment, let me do the math. 90 damage. So 17,000. Hits. It only takes 18 hits for Slasher to only M1 him to kill. So yeah, let's begin. Alright, so Slasher rip and tear. So Nosferatu could use blood hook whenever he wants to. The blood hook whenever he wants to, just to try to get Slasher to reel him in. Simply reel him in, and yeah. And I don't think Slasher would have any way to combat that. Since Nosferatu, this is mainly used to reel in players. And if we count Slasher to be a humanoid and not a player, that kind of makes Bloodhook pretty unfair. Yeah. Speaking of which, I forgot to put down the ground rules. Permastun is not existing, and cooldowns don't exist either. Meaning, Bloodhook could be used multiple times, and so Slasher is, well, a humanoid and not a player. That just means he can use it continuously. Yeah. Meaning 55 damage. Enough to do an M1. Okay. Cataclysm. Cataclysm could be used both for, well, yeah. Yeah. Cataclysm could be used for both mobility. Could be used for mobility and damage and also stealth. Summoning. Yeah, this bloody pool. Yeah, this could. Now, please note that this fight takes place on like a base plate. So, the way I see it, Nosferatu would simply try to mess with Slasher. Try to mess with Slasher by cataclysming literally everywhere. As much as he can. And then making sure that. Sure that he covers most of the distance of the map. Like, even though it's like 2 seconds long, I'm pretty sure he could do something pretty fast. Pretty fast with time. So that could, eventually he could most likely bloodhook Slasher into a cataclysm trap, the big one. So if he bloodhooks, Slasher gets bloodhooked and then he activates cataclysm, he will end. It's somewhat staggered. I'm not sure he can be staggered. I don't know. Yeah, Hunter's Feast. Yeah, so. Alright, so Hunter's Feast is really small. We also gotta check out what the effects do, so. Check both of them. Give me a moment. Well, Oblivious and creatures are completely useless against Slasher. So that 5 damage is like the only thing that's gonna protect him. Nosferatu can perform a dive attack while in platform by pressing the lasso. So meaning that this one could be pretty useful, but we also gotta note that actually we gotta note nothing. Overall, I can see now. Yeah, even without the Untitled Tag Game and one, Slasher has a lot of attacks, and he can use many of them through his arsenal too well. And use them to his arsenal in order to beat this vampire. Now, just give me a moment. Let me count how many abilities. We're not. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6. If you count this round. Now we're not gonna count this one. Let's just count 5, 6, 7. No, not 6, 7. Not 7. That's 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. 10. 10 abilities for Nosferatu. That was the Slasher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. 7. 7. And 8. And there's 8 if you count the UTGM one. So that means Nosferatu has more abilities than that guy. Nosferatu has more abilities than Slasher. Meaning, overall, I would probably think of Slasher has a larger health pool than Nosferatu. But still, but I genuinely think that Nosferatu's extreme moveset would most likely be overwhelming for Slasher. But Yeah. Yeah, note the slasher can teleport. And teleport fast enough to summon the shockwaves. So, I guess he has something to throw projectiles. There's also, yeah, there's also this. You also go invisible. So that adds to the strength. So, okay. Now, in order to verify this, we're going to be using, this is going to be pretty controversial. We're going to see what ChatGPT thinks, and if, yeah, let's see if I end up doing this right. Yeah, this problem has been arising since, like, I don't know, afternoon. And for ChatGPT to respond. Yeah, I'm only doing this because I have like 12. Yeah, I actually thought the same. I thought Nosferatu would most likely win. Yeah. Yeah, well, Nosferatu would win most fights. And plus, yeah. So, high damage. So, bye-bye, guys. The video is over. See you later. And hope you have a nice day. Bye-bye.